Okay. My name is Trent Cassee. I'm a program coordinator in the Division of Agriculture and Natural Resources, and so a lot of what I do is help with the policy side. We're partnering a lot with the NRCS and trying to get some conservation work done there on the ranch, make sure that we're being good stewards of the environment as well. And then I also help with oversight and management and labor, day-to-day things of Hannah Farms and the Dustin Ranch as well. And so at Hannah we do the pumpkins and the watermelons, and then we also have a forage program where we're marketing some hay off there as well. And then of course at Dustin we have the beef cattle operation. When I got here about 7 months ago, we were trying to really focus in on our data collection, our record keeping, ways to keep track of those cattle that were producing calves, those cattle that may or may not be pulling their weight, so to speak. And so we looked into a few systems. We ended up getting a Cattle Max software, which will keep track of any data point really that you can think of on a beef cattle operation. It'll keep track of genetics, so sire, dam, grandsire, grand dam. It keeps production records, so cows, calves, how they wean, the weights that they carry all the way through the feed yard if you so choose. We're able to track what pastures they're in, what bulls they're with, when they calve, if they're bred or open, down to what vaccinations we may give them. And we follow a pretty strict vaccination protocol with the veterinarian, and so we're able to keep track of all that. The electronic ear tag is an individual number assigned to that cow, and so we run the cow through, we scan her ear tag, and then we're able to input whatever we're doing at that time. Last week it was preg checking, so the vet was making sure that those new cattle that we had purchased were bred as they were supposed to be, and then we put the ear tags in. We put an individual ID tag in as well for our ranch staff to be able to tell which cow is which, just in the field without the scanner. So each cow has an individual ID number in their ear, which is easy to see. And then of course the Muscogee Creek Nation's new brand, which we took from the branding guide to be the loop square, which represents earth. So we think that's important because while we are trying to turn a profit there at the ranch, we also focus on the native ag roots and being able to be good stewards of the earth and those things that we have now, so that hopefully future generations can have what we have or even better. Yeah, there's a good saying that a lot of businesses use, that you can't track what you don't measure. So we knew that we weren't operating at our maximum capacity. We knew we had a good system in place and we had good things going, but we always knew we could be better. And so we take our responsibility of being stewards of the nation very seriously. And so we decided we need to make sure we're measuring every input that we put in, make sure that we're measuring everything that the cattle are given to us, make sure that we're being good stewards of the pasture, because we can even track the land, the soil inputs, fertilizers and things like that, to make sure that our pastures are being well taken care of, that we have minimal pests, minimal weed problems, and also that our cattle are gaining well, which they should. Especially in the spring and summer months, as much rain as we get, we want to make sure that our pastures are in good health, that our soil's in good health, and so they're producing good grass, and those cattle can be out grazing and happy instead of us having to take feed to them all the time. And so really we just wanted a system that was easy to use, that was integrative. The system allows ease of access to reports, so councilmen, chief, second chief, and any elected official, anyone that has interest in the beef cattle operation could have access to a report that talks about how many cattle we have, any inputs we may put in, feed, cattle production, any information that they would want. We would be able to pull a report and give that information to them easily, as opposed to the traditional methods of going flipping through my pocket notebook and telling you which cow had which calf and may or may not get wet or have coffee spilled on it. And so this way it's in the cloud, it's easily accessible. I can be putting inputs in at the ranch and Carly can check on the computer and see what all's going on. So it's really user friendly and it's intuitive, and it's really a step in the right direction in terms of where the beef industry is heading, so consumers being able to see what's been done to those cattle, the inputs that they've had, vaccinations they've received or not, that they've been part of a good health protocol overall.